Hello pretties, welcome to Festival. So today we have I need to film two project pan updates and like edit them and make sure to have them up today because I'm not gonna have time to post them otherwise till Wednesday. At the very least I need to post this one because this one's like 2 weeks behind. So that's on me. I will say sorry I went MIA. I wasn't particularly planning to, it just kind of sort of happened that way. And I actually filmed a video last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to edit it. I've been kind of really busy, but I need to at the very least post this one, and then I need to post my decoupaging project pan as well. But anyway, all that aside, I am super excited because we have my No Pants Left Behind project pan update, which I am running with a little bit less time than I normally would. So I am trying to be kind of strategic. So first, recap. So I had the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2. So my whole thought process here was like Valentine's Day inspired. So I did have this one in and I finished it. This was easy to use all the shades. The shade that I had the hardest time reaching for is this one because it's a little more orangey than I normally would go for, but we still reached it with no concern. So that was the first one. We finished it. I guess out of curiosity, like let me see how many times I actually reached for the palette, because I can tell you there was quite a few times where I reached for the palette even though I didn't need to. I didn't need to reach for it. So let me see here. Should have pulled this up ahead of time. Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2. Okay, I reached for this palette 4 times, which sounds slow, but I guess that's what happened. Okay, then we had my Charlotte Tilbury. I can tell you this without looking, I only used this once. I made a look with the little quad, just every shade in the quad, and we call it a quits. So it was pretty straightforward. Let's see what else we've got. We have this one from Vivi News. This one was difficult because this is the thing. Once you pull out the palette, it doesn't, like I got it confused, like what's the top, what's the bottom, so it took me a little while to figure out. So there was a few shades that technically did like way more than once, which is fine. I ended up reaching for this palette quite a bit, which I mean that's the whole point, is to reach for all my palettes. So let me see if I can find Vivi Art here, how many times it actually ended up reaching for it. Okay, it's not in this one. Let's see, where is it? There you go. I reached for it 6 times. I still say what I said before. This palette, it's either the mattes are either too light or too dark. Like there's no like in between. So it needs, this should have been more pigmented. This should have been more pigmented, and I think that would have helped. But formula's fine. Other than that, it's somewhat buildable, somewhat to a certain extent. So I think that's what it's missing. But we did finish all of this ones as well with like no issues either. I did say that I wanted to put in some of my cream products, so making sure I was really reaching for them, and I put in all 3 of these like ColourPop sticks, and I reached all of these multiple times. I actually had to put them away because I kept reaching for them. Like I was having such an easy time with this. I kind of want to play with this some more, but this was really fun. I still have a ton of products. Obviously I didn't make that big of a dent. I didn't keep track of count for these products, but I know I reached all of these multiple times. This was so much fun. I need to play with these more. These were so easy to like put it all over the lid, and then if I wanted to like deepen it a little bit, I could go with this one and then just like a shimmer on top, and it was so easy. It was so fun. I'm so glad I pulled those in. That was because I feel like they were going untouched in my collection until I did that. Okay, and then the last one we have is my Charlotte Tilbury. I did a really good job for the most part, but I did miss these 2. I didn't touch these 2. So I'm gonna not leave it on per se. I'm just going to make sure to keep it out one more time so I can make sure to reach for these 2 shades right here. And then once I do that, we can call it quits. But I missed 2 shades. I'm a little disappointed. I will say though, guys, lesson learned. We will never, ever do the same color story again, because having everything pink was rough. So rough. We're not doing that again. Lessons learned. So I'm gonna put this right here on the side so I can make sure to reach for it some more. That was rough. Okay, I have a few things picked out and then a few things that I haven't picked out. I need to put all this away. So a few things that I said that I wanted to make sure that I was doing with this project pan. I wanted to make sure to go through my cream products. Sorry. Anyway, so cream products, I decided to pull these two from Rare Beauty. I have the shade Nearly Neutral and I have the shade Nearly Mauve. Honestly, the Nearly Neutral looks kind of pinky as well, but these are pretty easy to just kind of throw on and when you're running late. And this took me a while to figure out how to use, so I kind of, now that I figured it out, I haven't played with them quite as much, so I kind of want to just reach for them a few times. So we're gonna put those in, both of those, and then we're also have, I said I wanted to do like a small palette, so I'm doing the Sigma Peach Pie. I do have a feeling that I'm gonna reach for this one a couple times because this was a really easy one to just reach for. And it's kind of like a neutral peachy palette. It's really, really easy to reach for this one. So easy one. And then I'm trying to go through all my singles as well. So I decided to pick this one, which just has a bunch of special shades in it. This is actually a highlighter. We're not going to touch that one. But we have just a bunch of special shades. So this one is from JD Glow. We have these two. These are from the Sephora collection. These are the only two items in my entire collection that are not cruelty free because I bought this from the Sephora collection. I mean, these two are about 12 years old. They still perform just fine and I have no issues with it. And for a long time, these were my only two eyeshadows. But they're so gigantic that I didn't even hit pan on them. Like I would just, no base, nothing, just grab them and just like swirl them and then just like blend them. And that's all I would do for eyeshadow. So that was when I was learning makeup, which was pretty fun. And then this is just Cleona right here. So all of this is just like shimmer. Most of them have some sort of shift. I mean, these two are pretty straightforward. Most of them have some sort of shift. Oh, this one's from, actually from Half Magic, I think it's called. That was from that one is. So this one does not have shift. But yeah, that's kind of how that goes. And I just want to use all of them once. I think it'll be easy to pop this in the mattes, pop these two in the crease and the outer corner maybe, and then reach for any of these. So it makes it really easy. Or if I wanted to just put one of these on and just put a little shimmer on top, I could do that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with this one. And that means I have two actual palettes that I need to pick out. And I'm going to random generate. March is, what's it called? You know, St. Patrick's Day. And I do want to wear some green. But I figure I can always reach for something green. Actually, today I'm wearing like green adjacent. I actually have the Singed Beauty palette. But I technically have quite a few green shimmers in here, so I'll be fine if I don't end up picking it something that has green in it, but we shall see. So randomly generated, just two palettes here. Oh, I have the Mini Viva. That would be nice because that's a mini palette. Let's see, is this Mini Starlet and Mini Viva, which I really like this shades of pink, so or like burgundy and stuff like that, so that's a good one. I was kind of hoping to save it for later, but I guess we have another mini one. And here we have Eternal Eclipse. Ooh, that's a good one because that's a hard one for me to do. I'm actually gonna put it back in, like if I pick them again, I pick them again. Eternal Eclipse is from Lunar Beauty, and this is actually a good palette to pick because it has a bunch of mattes and it does make it easier, and it has quite a few shimmers. I think these two are going to be the hardest ones to do for me, so we shall see how those go. But this is a good one. That's a good one to just kind of get it knocked out. It's kind of time for it. But that's what we have going on. So we have no pan left behind. That's it for today's video. If you're doing this, I would love to know what kind of palettes you're playing with this time around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.